Hello and welcome back to my channel. I actually do this thing where when I'm really in the mood to film, I post a lot of videos, maybe 3 days in a row. Then I'll just go quiet for a long time. But I think it's a bit more healthy for me because I feel that I can't force myself to record even on days that, let's say, I'm focusing on another aspect of my business and then my mind is all over the place. It has to be sort of a quiet day, and I get those once in a while. But anyway, so today's video is quite fun because I'm actually showing you guys what I've learned from YouTube. How I've improved my skincare routine and how I have improved my makeup routine. So I'm going to tell you all about it in a moment, and I'm going to talk about everyone who's influenced me on YouTube to improve all these aspects of my routines. Okay, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with my skincare routine. I actually just washed my face, so my face is already hungry to be moisturized. So I use this Ndanaka honey black soap. So what I've learned on YouTube through people like Carol and Yazika, who is the main source of my skincare routine, is that you can't just slap on products as you wish. Like my video earlier on this year was me showing that I do pay attention to my skincare routine, as in I choose the products that I use wisely, but I wasn't wise in the steps that I took and how I was layering the product. So for example, I was putting my sunscreen first and it's actually supposed to go last. And she's a skincare formulator and she studied and she knows what she's doing. She actually owns this Ndanaka brand. So this is a honey and black soap face wash. It also has coconut oil. It's got a little bit of shea butter. I've been using it for about 2 weeks and I'm loving it. So the most important thing I've learned about cleansers is that they're supposed to finish your cleaning routine. You shouldn't be moving on to toner if your skin is not clean. So if you did wear makeup that day, which I didn't yesterday, so it's fine. So if you did wear makeup that day, you need to first use a makeup remover. Then after you've properly removed your makeup, you then follow through with the cleanser. Maybe you can do 2-step cleansing, which is an oil cleanser first and then your second cleanser. But I don't wear makeup much, so it's okay. I just do my cleansing once and I wash in a circular motion for about 60 seconds. If I don't get to 60 seconds, I at least make sure that I get to 30 seconds. I started off by counting it in my head, but now I've gotten to a point where I actually can just do it without counting. Except on days where I'm just not in the mood, so I actually have to count to get myself through. So I follow up with this toner. So a toner doesn't clean your face. A toner gets your skin ready for the next step of your routine, which I'm going to show you now shortly. I got this Skin Functional toner on Helen Rowe's website. The wash I got on Beauty on Tap. I won't be sharing prices. You guys can just go to the websites or follow them on Instagram. So a toner, you don't necessarily need to use a cotton bud. You can just press it into your face. But if you do have a cotton, not bad, a pad. If you do have a cotton pad, you can use it. I prefer these Dove ones that I've been using for years. I don't use it today. You just wait for that to dry off on your face. Guys, you can't even tell it's winter. My skin is glowing. So with my hair, I've gotten to a place where my hair doesn't dry out in winter. I don't need to be putting it in a protective style all the time. So I was thinking actually when I was going through the most and my skin was dry, people who are skincare, let's say enthusiasts, are probably thinking, see, no, I just need to do this and this. So they actually told me I need to start using hyaluronic acid. So I've had this for a while, but I've had it for 2 years. Obviously not the same one. So this is a serum, and the serum differs from an oil because the serum is lighter and penetrates your skin more. And I read with the serum they usually have more of your hyaluronic acids and vitamin C. So I warmed this up in my hand. As you saw, I didn't take the dripper and put it on my skin because that is not advised, because you can contaminate the product. And it's just for aesthetics, which is what I did in my video earlier on this year. So my cleanser and my serum are actually from Black-owned female companies. That's amazing. So the vitamin C serum I got from Optimum Med. You can follow them on Instagram, owned by a Black woman who into bits. Okay, so after you're done with your serum, you then follow up with your moisturizer. I'm using the Creamery moisturizer that you can get at Woolies. It's absolutely amazing. I've got a few other moisturizers and I do just change them around. There's day moisturizers and there's also evening moisturizers. It's really up to you. Make sure that moisturizer gets in there and your neck. Moisturizing is like the most important step of your routine. Do not skip moisturizing because you think that you've got oils. Oils are not moisturizers. Or you think that you'll put your sunscreen. Your oil then comes in after your moisturizer. Oils are usually a bit thicker than serums. So this is the Radiance Face Oil with Citrus. It's also got sweet almond oil. The glycolic acid in the toner helps dissolve your dead skin cells at the top layer of your skin. So it's really amazing. Okay, now that I've put on my oil, the last step is my SPF, which is a sunscreen. That is your last step. And you are done. My skin absolutely loves me and loves what I do for it. Literally, my skin transformed after 5 to 6 weeks of doing this. You do see differences from the first week, but I feel like the overall sustainable difference I started seeing around week 6. And yeah, so now I'm ready for my makeup improvements to show you guys. So for this, I follow a lot of makeup YouTubers. My main influences are definitely Mihlali, definitely Jakaina. You'll see a lot of steps from different people. My absolute sort of go-to though at the moment is Cynthia Gwebu, so I will be following one of her tutorials and putting it down below. I love how her simple makeup looks and her technique meet boldness. So she knows how to do bold without the boldness being too much. So her contour is light. I like how she shapes her face. Absolutely love how she dresses as well. And then you should follow her. I'm going to tag her down below. But then I absolutely love that she can do a bold eyeshadow but with a very simple makeup look. And that's what my go-to is. I love a bold eyeshadow with very minimal makeup. Before I get into the makeup stage, I'm going to show you the lip balm that I've been using. This is the Serum lip balm. It's absolutely amazing. My boyfriend uses it. He's been using it for a while, but I didn't really realize how amazing it was. And then I started using his when he was here for a while and I stole it. So I'll be following Cynthia's full face of Black-owned makeup brands video. I will link it below. I want to try to put the volume as low as possible so it doesn't interfere, but I want to follow the makeup routine step by step. So I see she's done her brows already, so I'm just going to do it how I do my brows. You guys know my brows are usually very, very natural. I'll also be looking more towards my mirror, so I'm going to put my mirror here. She's also done her skincare routine, which is different from mine, so I'm glad I did that. Okay, so she starts with the primer. She's using a Fenty primer, which I don't have, so I'm going to be using a Fix Plus primer from MAC. I will be following up with the second one. This one just has gold deposit, so I put my gold deposit Fix Plus spray in there and mix it with the mattifying one because I actually like them more together. Maybe MAC should make one that puts the benefits of each into one. The mattifying one was too mattifying for me, but the gold deposit one sometimes was a bit much. So I'm going to follow up with this L'Oreal Infallible primer that I saw on Kayom's Instagram. So there's a few other primers I've gotten in press packs and I actually love them. I'll actually swap around primers until I find one that I think is an absolute favorite. So yeah, I'm going to wait for that primer to dry up. So let's see what her next step is. So she's doing eyes first. I don't prefer to do that because I'd rather do my foundation first. So I'm going to do my foundation first. What we're here for is more of her techniques. Yeah, maybe the order that she uses might be her technique, part of her technique, but I really just prefer to do my foundation first. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the color Cinnamon. I love it. I've been using it for just over a month. So I like that it's buildable. So what I do first is that I use this MAC brush, which has faded, so I can't see the number, but you guys have seen me use it before, to just layer the foundation everywhere. And when it starts drying up a bit, which I also saw on YouTube, I will follow up on the darker patches of my skin, or where I've got spots, which are my problematic areas. I'm going to follow up and build the foundation mostly around there. So these spots are here, here, and here. So this section. Don't really know if it's the T-zone, so I won't say it. So it's getting a little bit drier now, so I'm going to follow up. It's my cheeks, actually. I spot a lot around my cheeks. And then my forehead. I will be going in with concealer under my eyes, but I still do put foundation. Not too close to my eye, because my eyes sometimes cry if I get product in them. Okay, I'll be following up to blend with this beauty blender that I got at Clicks. I actually wash my beauty blenders with my cleansers, and they wash out so nicely. So you want to blend properly around where your skin meets your hair, so around your hairline, because that's what I think a lot of people don't do, and it really has a bad effect. So when I'm not wearing concealer, I like to set my foundation immediately, but today I'm doing concealer, so let me quickly do it, because I feel like the sooner you set your foundation, the better. The more time you have for your foundation to sort of seep into your skin more. So I'm going to use this as a highlighter as well, this concealer as a highlighter. I'm leaning towards using concealers that look more like my skin more. This is the Candid range from Revlon. I like the applicator. I should have definitely chosen a color that's closer to my skin. But when this one is done, that's what I'm going to do. But for my brows, I mix it with a bit of my foundation so that it looks like my skin more. I'm now going to set my foundation with the powder. I'm going to use this MAC Studio Fix powder. You can also use a translucent powder. Candid has one. This is the Candid translucent powder. I just really prefer the OG MAC one. So don't worry when you go quite matte after you put your powder on. The glowiness will return once the powder also sets in. Let me do my brows actually, because Cynthia has done that already. So I'm going to use the spoolie to just brush up my brow hairs. Then I'm following up with this Revlon Color Stay Brow Creator in the color black. I used to always use brown brow filler, but this works as well. So I first draw the line at the bottom just to make my brows straight. I don't draw a line at the top, but I do fill out my ends, because my ends are quite thin. Then I fill my brows in an upward motion. So I use my spoolie just to blend in. The Revlon Brow Creator also has a spoolie, but this one I like it because it blends my brow more. Then I'm going to go in with this Candid concealer again and mix it a little bit with my foundation just to create a clean brow. So I use my brush to take some off the applicator. This thing's fallen off, so I'll just use it like this. So you'll see it's quite light, which is why I don't like using a concealer that's much lighter than my skin color. You guys have seen in my video where I show my brows that I mix it with my foundation. So I love makeup, right? But I'm in no way teaching you guys how to do makeup and all. I'm just sharing what I've done to improve my makeup and how YouTube videos really do help me in doing this, as well as my skincare routine. I can sit and watch YouTube for like 4 hours. And then I'll just take a detox after that. So I'm going to use the other end of this brush just to blend in that foundation and concealer. Jacqueline actually says concealer and foundation are the same. They're just formulated to be slightly heavier or thicker. Concealer is usually heavier than foundation. Look how perfect my brows are. Like, are you joking? I'm obsessed. The last step of my brows is this Optimum Med brow styler. This is just to create that feathered look. I'm going to wait for that to dry up a bit. But yeah, that's amazing. Okay, now Cynthia says let's put concealer on our lid to get ready for the eyeshadow. I don't know if the brush she's using to blend it in. I'm using the Switch Beauty Slays for Days palette. This is my first big palette. So she first goes in with an orange. So I'm going to use the Priya as a transition. You can see this brush is also broken off, but it's fine. Okay, I'm going to be using this mascara from Elizabeth Arden. It's my absolute favorite because it doesn't make my eyes cry. I bought so many eye drops because so many mascaras actually make my eyes cry, and the next day like my eyes will be really painful. So this is actually the only mascara that I've used that doesn't hurt my eyes. Guys, please let me know in the comment section if you guys also experience that, and what other mascara you've used that doesn't do that to you. She's going to show us how to contour, blush and highlight. I'm going to actually use my Slays for Days palette for my contour and my highlight. I'm going to start with my contour and I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to take the 3 browns at the bottom, Dombi, Nabila and Tandi, and I'm just going to take a bit of each. And then I'm going to tap off the excess, not excess. And then I don't want to like blot it down. I'm going to have to go in very lightly and go like that so that I don't get one dark spot. I like a very light contour. That's absolutely perfect. And then I'm going to take my highlighter brush and go into the gold color, Chloe and Nurian. And I also just go across like that as well. Take a bit of both. And then I'm going to highlight my cheek. Just like that. And my nose, I keep going in for more. I'm not using the same. So I'm going to use my sponge/beauty blender to just blend the highlight and the contour together. So for my lips, I'm going to use this MAC Lip Tensity in the color Toast and Butter. It's my favorite lip stuff. I love how brown it makes my lips. I'm not going to do a lip liner and all of that now. I like to follow up with gloss on top. I'm going to use this Revlon lip gloss. Doesn't really matter which lip gloss you use. So the last step is setting spray. This Switch Beauty Superhero Spray that gives you a really amazing glow. Has some aloe water. Also got it on Head and Rose, absolute favorite. Gives you the glow that you need, and I'm obsessed. So I'm going to do a close-up once this dries and show you guys what my skin and face looks like.